Greetings everyone, it's Raph from Gold Up Music and you're watching The Reasoning Up. So yeah, I definitely believe in it, but it's either if you believe in it or not, it's there. Like if you don't really realize on certain stuff, but when you start thinking about it, you realize that everything makes sense. If you do good in your life, you're gonna get something good afterward. If you do everything that you do have an impact in your life. So sometimes you're too busy and stuff like that, so you don't really realize what's happening. You're just doing a lot of stuff and stuff. But if you have time to meditate and see everything that you did in your life, and then you just like everything makes sense. So you don't have to believe it, but it's there anyway. You can't go around it. Exactly. And I saw something was saying like, be careful how you're thinking, because the thinking shape your life. So if you think positive, everything gonna be easier and positive gonna get back to you. Positivity gonna get back to you. So it's very important. Yeah, so I'm not really a cartoon person. Well, when I was a kid, I was watching a Looney Tune, of course. That was my classic. Space Jam. I don't know if Space Jam can be considered as a cartoon, but it's bad. But now since that I have a wife and a stepdaughter, I can't go around it neither. I have to watch all the thing with the kids them. So last one I watched was Frozen, and it's actually not bad at all. There's a meaning behind it. It's just they have too much singing. It's like I can't bother. Can't bother. So in music right now, I'm looking up for, well, the one I can really relate to is Major Lazer with Diplo and the whole team, DJ Snake, and Russian. These are the three DJ and producer, because I'm a DJ too, that I can really relate to and see, like, I'm studying what they're doing and everything. It's very inspiring to see where they are now and where they're coming from. These are the type of person I can really relate to, yeah. My lowest point, I think, was not long ago though. So I'm from France. I used to live in Canada for 6 years for music and everything, but I'm a graphic designer also on the side. And so I found a job as a graphic designer. I was director artistic in a graphic design company, making a lot of money. I had a girl, everything was good, new apartment, new place, new car. I was making money. But I don't know, it lasted for like 6 months or something. And I was like, no, I never had that much money in my whole life, but I'm not happy. So what is going on? And I think everything happened for a reason. If I had that and I realized that, okay, money can buy happiness, I'm like, I really have to do something about it. So the first thing I did, left my girl, left my apartment, quit my job, everything, and I decided to move in Jamaica to follow my dream. So music was always my thing since I'm a kid. Started to play music, like share the new song with the people them, and then start DJing. And when I travel and stuff like that, I have a lot of influence and I meet a lot of people that lead me to build my record label and be a producer. So then I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna go 100% on it. So that's the place I have to be, it's in Jamaica. So it was hard though. It was hard because, sometimes you just like, I have everything, but I'm not happy. So what is happening? So I have to do something about it. It's either you live unhappy with money or you really try and go for your dream and take. So the success for me is to be free. The freedom is everything, When you wake up every morning feeling good, loving what you do, it's priceless, So basically, if you're free and you like what you're doing, the success is gonna come and the money gonna come together. So it's just a circle. I'm listening to every kind of music. Can be drill from the UK mostly, Afrobeat, R&B, dancehall obviously. Who I'm listening to right now, I really like the energy with all the new generation, the new artists right now. Can be 450, Skang. The whole team is I really like the energy with even Nation Boss and Yakstar. They're really doing something good, and I think people even know overseas can, relate to what they're doing. So it's very interesting. But in the UK too, I always love the music in the UK because they're not staying in a box. They try a lot of different things, different influences. Like Steph London last time, she dropped a song. It's like a Brazilian baile funk type of beat. And then I listen also to baile funk. I love the vibes in Brazil. So baile funk basically is the dancehall from Jamaica. It's from the favelas, which is the ghetto, and you can really feel the vibe. Even if I don't understand anything, I think it's a very interesting style. So we're gonna try to put more and more influences from everywhere.
Especially the culture, Spanish culture,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the South American region and Central America, it's more, you don't understand it on the beat.
You don't get it, you don't understand, but that's the beat. And the same as Afrobeat too. Afrobeat, most of the time if they talk African, you don't really understand, but the vibe is there, so you can dance. And that's why it's so big all around the world, because even if you don't understand, you can enjoy the vibe, and So our music, as I said, the fact that we're listening to a lot of different influence, I couldn't say that I couldn't put Gold Up in a box. So let's say one day we can drop an hardcore dancehall, the next day we can drop an Afro, the other day we can drop a baile funk or whatever. We really like to try and put every influence that we like in our music, and it creates something good. We don't really want to try and follow the trends or doing like everybody is doing. And we're still working it that's a long process to really trying to find our sound, So we just keep experimenting and doing what we love. Like, see from the music is good and we like it, we're gonna drop it. All right, so positive first, I would say you can never get bored being a producer. There's always something to learn. And it's not something like 9 to 5 where you have to do the same thing every day. You just wake up and you say, okay, I want to learn about or the distribution part going or the publishing part going, because it's a lot of different aspects to be very successful in the music. It takes time, but it's amazing. Like you just wake up and say like, I have so much to learn today, and it's never gonna stop because the music is evolving every day. So I would say that's a good thing. And about the negative, no, it can be very frustrating. Like you have a lot of idea and a vision, and it's hard to share with some artists when they don't share the same vision or whatever. Even though the vision is good and that would be something big, and the artist doesn't really feel what you're saying, and like, okay, whatever. And sometimes you spend so much time on a project and it never really go as you want. So it can be very frustrating and discouraging, but it takes a lot of patience too. So I would say that that's the most negative part about it.
Alright, so name like 3 things for a young producer what they would need to know to start in the game.
Okay, so 3 things, I would say first, it's like music is a business first. Like you have to study and learn all the aspects before thinking about dropping music and this and that, be all over the place. Because if you have a solid plan and strategy, you exactly know what type of song and what type of music you need to drop, and also how to make sure to collect the money from your project, which include the master, publishing. So you have to find a good distribution team. It's very important to know all the aspects of music before starting to do a lot of promotion, and just dropping music for drop music. It doesn't really make sense because you're gonna spend so much time that you're gonna discourage if it doesn't work. But if you have a plan and know where you're going, everything gonna make sense. Another thing also, I said learn. You have to be patient because it takes a lot of time and it can be very discouraging at the end of the day. And the third one, I would say, have manners. Like, you really have to respect the people around you. You know, sometimes you just with an artist and he give you a bad vibes or something like that. It doesn't make you want to work with him. Same thing with producers. Like in every other job, if you have respect, it can open a lot of doors. So yeah, have respect and manners.
Respect for that. Alright, so I went to my car back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So this question is, if you could save one thing in a fire, what would it be?
So I would say I would save my wife, because all the rest is material. I don't, like, you know, money can't buy everything, but it can buy my wife. Basically.
Alright, so the next question is, because I know you have a lot of tattoos. So if you had to remove one tattoo, what would it be and why?
Well, one thing about me, if I do things, I don't have any regrets, then I think that's a blessing too. I wouldn't take off any of my tattoo. I love them all. Really, yeah.
In your opinion, from being here in the dancehall industry, do you think it's being represented well on a global scale?
The $1 million question. That's a conversation that we have with a lot of artists and producers. Everybody agree that it's not anymore. Dancehall is not represented overseas as it used to be. And I think the main reason is that people overseas cannot relate to the new music that people drop in Jamaica since this past three years, I would say. And that's why really Afrobeat take over the world, because they are the vibe, people can dance and enjoy, it's happy. So there's nothing wrong with new dancehall, because I really like that's the music I'm listening to, but it's hard for people to relate overseas, you know. So it's tricky, because music is a circle still. It used to be very big in the 90s, then it turned onto different influences, and I think it's gonna get back to normal, because when you think about it, every like pop songs or Afro or reggaeton, it comes from dancehall. They took this influence, like Justin Bieber or what else, even DJ Snake, all that dancehall pattern is in every pop song right now. So if everybody was giving credit to dancehall would have been in a different place right now, I think. But we cannot blame the artists and we cannot blame the producers, because, you know, an artist have a lot of things to say, and if you want to stay real with what he's living and going through, that makes sense. That's what dancehall is the message at first. But these days, the message cannot be transported overseas. People want to dance and people want to enjoy themselves. You know, everybody go through a lot of hard time right now, so they need positivity. So that's why, like, Yakstar and Nation Boss big time said, like, you know, one song boom, because people really liked it. That's what they needed. So I think producers and artists have to do the work to put back dancehall when it was to be, when it used to be. So one thing about me, and I think it's a blessing, is that I don't have any regret. It's like I really did everything I wanted to do. Maybe the thing I would say is just stressing less and trust God more since my early age, you know. So basically, everything happened for a reason, you know. So sometimes I'm stressing over some situation where it's not supposed to be, because it's gonna happen if it needs to happen. I would say life is way too short, so do what you love, do it 100%, be patient and trust God. Simple. Okay, yeah, so one thing about Gold Up is we're very active. We drop song on monthly basis. We have a freestyle session called Waves. We drop 2 freestyle each week. And that's a project that we build up with my distributor called Evidence Music from Switzerland. So it came, what was it, last month or something like that, 2 months ago. And we decided to do the freestyle session to really help the youth and give as much as we can exposure to the young artists that were reaching out to us. So yeah, the session, we record that session in one day. We recorded 45 freestyle in one day or something like that. So really, I wanted to say thank you to every artist that passed through. So yeah, 2 freestyle every week, wave session that you can check on our YouTube channel. And we have a lot of songs dropping every month. So best way to know and be updated is to follow us on social media. So Gold Up Music on Instagram, Gold Up on YouTube, and we have TikTok and everything, you know, so we never stop. Just follow us and see what's up. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. The Reasoning was Raph from Gold Up Music. Take care, be safe out there, and have fun. Up. That work?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, respect.
Cool, bro. Cool.